Week back of the new year 2014, and unfortunately we've seen quite a fallback. We've got the weekly wheat chart in front of us showing the stitched together market action since 2007, and you can see that we're coming down to test this lower trend line here. On this stitched together chart we are looking at the May contract, so obviously we're down here at 155. We have still not tested the 150 on the May contract. And you can see here our low target here of 140 stitched together. Now if I just bring up the May contract at the moment, you can see that we were watching this upward sloping channel since August, September. This was broken as soon as we came back up in the new year, broke this 164, and we're down here at 158. So this reverts to obviously the stitched together chart, which we'll be looking here. And then just go on to the November chart, and you can see here, oh sorry, I've got the May one back in, let's get the November one back up again. Here we go, here's the November one, which we've been looking at, where we had the triple top here, 160. You can see that we came down and test this 150 August. This was now broken, tested and broken. We had a close below it on Wednesday, and yesterday we closed down here at 147. Obviously it's quite easy to measure because obviously we had this price action in a £10 range, broke the 150, so the target is 140, and obviously this follows through nicely. If I just come back to our weekly chart here, you can see this support here at 140. So I obviously can see this being tested now over the next couple of weeks. As to the long-term breaking up through this long-term downwards trend, you can see that until we sort of get another £5 or £6 down, we actually haven't crossed this trend line back again. But unfortunately, it all looks very vulnerable at the present moment. Obviously, if this 140 doesn't hold on longer-term charts, then we are in serious, we haven't got any more support until we get down here at 125. And then obviously right down 100 pounds. So obviously we'll have to see where this 140 does hold. Unfortunately, with all this sort of price action, the trouble is when you get such a, as I said before, a quiet time over the Christmas New Year, you're not sort of seeing markets at their true volume and activity. And you can sometimes get this action, where you see sort of vast price moves. Is it a time that, if you look at the bigger picture, if you've got sort of a whole year to sell your crop, is it the time you should be selling at sort of these low levels? Well, obviously, that's something that, as a personal preference, but obviously, I would like to see this test of 140, see how the market reacts to that, and then look to see what happens from then, really, to give any, sort of long-term picture. And then obviously if that breaks, then we're back in a long-term downwards trend, and then we can sort of put some numbers on it with an Elliott wave. And just finally look at an oilseed rate chart. So I've got so many windows open here. You can see that we've been watching the May contract, and you see we're watching this triangle. This clearly broke here in the beginning of December, tested the low here at 360. We're now down at 352, and obviously is reverting back to a downwards trend is in place, and obviously see further downside on that. And then just finally look at the worrying one that we have been watching, which is the US wheat chart. Bring that across here. You can see that clearly we've broken through the $6 level. This is a weekly chart, so you can see that we've broken through. At the moment we're at 585. 575 is the low from 2012, which will tie in our low on the UK wheat of 140, and obviously will be a crucial level to hold, because the same thing then, there isn't much support until you get down to sort of $4.50, $5. So obviously we'll have to keep a close eye over the next 2 weeks and as we progress through January. And I'll put an update this time next week. Thanks for watching.